Plate, whatever you call it, it is a Rochester staple, no doubt about that.
So where can you find the best plate in town? That's what we asked you in our Rochester Rocks contest, and thousands spoke.
Live with the big reveal. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning, guys. This became a three-way race. Basically, Joe's Hots in Geneva, Jimmy Z's in Brockport, and Nick Tahoe's in Rochester. But the winner, with nearly 40% of the votes, is Jimmy Z's Texas Hots in Brockport. Joining me right now, the man behind it all, Jimmy Z himself.
Jimmy's a great guy. He's really outgoing. He's easy to talk to. He's a good boss because he cares about all of his employees a lot.
He's a very good marketer, very smart with the decisions he's made.
Smart. He's a businessman.
Very good at making you want to eat food. I mean, puts it together and people come in and buy it. It always blows my mind, the creations he comes up with.
Pretty much worked in restaurants all my life. My father had diners. He bought his first diner in 1984, 85. From 84 till about 97, my father operated about 6 diners. And from that point on, got out of the business. I was still working in restaurants because that's really all I knew. I mean, I started bussing tables and washing dishes in the 5th grade. So, I mean, I'll never forget coming home watching the NBA Finals in '93 when Jordan beat the Phoenix Suns, and it was like, I think, Game 5 or something. I just remember they were playing in Phoenix, and I worked that Saturday peeling onions for the first time, and I couldn't get that smell out of my hands. My father had a job working at a 24-hour diner, and they were looking for a night cook. It wasn't something I was very interested in at all. I didn't want to go back in the kitchen, but I had no job, and I had a job, but it was very minimal hours, and the pay that they were offering, which was $150 for 10 hours, 11 p.m. to 4 a.m., really, at that time, with having minimal hours, really was a nice $150 that I could use on a weekly basis. So I took the job, and because if I didn't take that job, in all honesty, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Between the dissatisfaction and quality, I felt the quality of the plate had gone down also.
Well, a garbage plate is it's coming in a box, and you're gonna get your sides on the bottom. So you have, like, you know, fries, home fries. My favorite is actually fries, beans, and mac salad. And then you're gonna have your meat on top, so like chicken finger, cheeseburger, mac and cheese bites. I mean, literally you can have whatever you want. And then you're gonna have on top of that mustard, onion, and meat sauce, which for the people who aren't from the area, meat sauce is like a ground up beef sauce that is kind of spicy, a little bit of a kick, and I mean, people from Rochester love it. As for the whole garbage plate, I do know that once you leave Rochester, most people don't know what they are. I know last year we won Best Plate in Rochester. I mean, it's really just a great way to have, if you have a few friends and a few bucks and you guys want to all be full, just get a plate, you can all share it, brings people together. It's such a great food to enjoy with your friends and yourself, whoever. I mean, you can get it any size, it's fantastic.
I didn't grow up with plates, I grew up with meat sauce. So my grandfather owned one of the original Tip Tops in Rochester, and he had one of the very first hot sauce recipes that was shared in the Greek community, and nobody and that was like the 70s and 80s. By the time mid-90s, late 90s came about, I could not find that same hot sauce I would eat when I was growing up, you know, on a burger or whatever, what my grandfather would bring home for lunch. And that's really the taste I was looking for and that bite I was looking for, and nothing brought me back to my childhood. And I was like, I remember it being so much better than this. The job, the meat sauce, and just the quality of the plates really just, you know, and then I took all that into one and said, you know what, I think I can do something here. And then the idea of Jimmy Z's really was kind of cemented when my old man brought it up saying, hey, there's a restaurant up for grabs. And I said, if we ever do another restaurant, I said, I'm not doing a diner. I have a total different plan, total different idea. I got a product that I know will do better, that I know people will like. And that was just a stepping stone on getting the doors open, let alone to all the other things that have happened in the last 12 years with all the other products that we've created and whatnot.
For today, we do the Thanksgiving dinner, which is always fantastic for the community, for people who can't always get Thanksgiving dinner. And, you know, the And we do donate tons of food, and all the money we make that day goes to the Brockport food shelf and the toy shelf. And we do a few other, I do free ice cream day, actually. I usually do it every year, and Jimmy does, you can come in and get free ice cream, and any of the money you want to donate goes to Autism Speaks. And then I know we did another one for Free Friday where we did for breast cancer. And you got, like, I think it was free miracle floats, and you could get any of the money went to breast cancer that was made. So we try to do our best with, you know, getting people in here and getting whatever money they want to spend to a donation rather than us.
Innovating is probably one of my biggest drives of doing things that nobody's ever seen before, or people turning their head and be like, "Oh wow, man, that's an awesome idea!" Like that's the kind of stuff that my goals are based upon. As far as long-term goals, I mean, I just go day by day, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm 33 now. I guess I wanted to give more of this year to myself, and I've given myself more this year than ever. But I think as the years go on, because I've concentrated the last 12 years, which is really business oriented, I think in the next few years I'm kind of going to try to concentrate on myself and my personal life and whatnot. So I've given a lot of my personal life to the in the last 12 years, and and I wouldn't change anything for it, but I think it's time, more than a normal person would have, but I think it's time to give myself a little bit more without letting too much go over here, you know what I mean? Because, because the number one key to failure is comfort. Once you get comfortable and you feel that you gain this, like, cockiness, that's when things really just start to to fall apart. At this point, because we've grown, we've done so well and we've developed so well, my goal really now is not to so much be a boss anymore. It's almost to kind of to make sure everybody is, not everybody, but to show example for the crew, and to teach my senior members how to be bosses. It's up to me to teach. If I don't teach, then I failed. And if I don't let them make them understand, then I failed. So that's my main goal right now, is to develop the staff to be prepared for what we're doing here and the volume that we're doing it in and whatnot.